Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a 1st down.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Javonte Williams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and he wondered if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. A solid stiff arm. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts, 52 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games.
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. As they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, nice move. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's good for a first down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Prescott to throw it. Screen play set up for Williams. And they taken down, losing yardage back at the 27. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jordan Davis coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
A gain of 12. Results in a 1st down.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hurts. Smith catches left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to Devontae Smith. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sacked sack there by Jadeveon Clowney. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. Still on his feet. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. As the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. He's got it to Williams. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A 7-yard gain on the
To the air again, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Dak on the option left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Prescott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goal post right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
At the 36.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another first down.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Visitors 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Brian Ager now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Hurts going to keep it again. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second down and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Sheds him off at the 45. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. 20! He's still on his feet. And touchdown! Jalen Hurts, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Not quite sure how to describe that, but I think that there's a mix-up in responsibilities defensively because they're so used to either the running back getting the ball or the ball getting out of his hands downfield as a pass that when he ends up keeping it, they sometimes get fooled. He found a way to squirt through the defenders and take off for a big, big run.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down to the 35.
42 yards. And the first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
To throw, Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Prescott going right back to Ferguson.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's another.
Now Prescott. On the RPO.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dak Prescott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with the defense out at timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the home team here, They begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.